Exploring small western towns is one of my favorite things to do. Hi, I'm Patty Sue Spires, and you're watching Roadtrip Television. We're in Trinidad, Colorado today. It's all about the history, Bat Masterson, and the Santa Fe Trail is here with Kit Carson as explorer. But today, they are making their own history. Stay with us right here on Roadtrip Television. The Trinidad Arcade is spectacular, and we're standing before two of the most spectacular cars here, and the Maven, who is behind creating them. Okay, Rebecca, how was it done?
Well, I'm a high school teacher, and it is done in a class, an art car class. It takes us about 3.5 to 4 months to do, and we, from beginning to end, all the kids work on it. I mean, there's a class of about 16 to 18 kids.
So first of all, who donates the car?
Nobody does. I buy them myself. They're not donated. I buy. You can pick up a $300 or $400 car anywhere, and I pick them up myself. That way, I can get the insurance and all that stuff. So they're mine. They're mine.
So this is the art class that I never heard about when I was in school. I bet people are dying to sign up for it.
It's real popular. It is kind of an audition class. I'd also teach 5 other classes on top of that, like regular art classes. But I like to get students who are not in sports or band or theater, and they haven't quite found their little place to shine. And so being in an art car class and doing something really, and they don't even have to be artistic, like being able to draw. I really like them to be enthusiastic and creative, and that's all I'm looking for.
They are beautiful. I must say, your kids must be so proud of what they've done.
They really are. Every year, have a new group every year, some repeaters. And it's pretty amazing how they change. They just change, and they become really proud, and their self-esteem just grows by leaps and bounds, and they remember it for the rest of their lives.
So are these cars in anything that has to do with the school? Parade, a homecoming parade at the school?
No, they're not. Houston has the biggest art car parade in the world. We have 300 plus cars every year, and we have about 300,000 to 400,000 people that come for it. So they are competing against other artists from around the world. And every year that we've entered, we have won first place.
Oh my gosh.
So this is another first place.
Oh, that is awesome. Okay, you are dressed beautifully today because why?
Well, because Trinidad deemed me Art Car Maven.
So. All right. Right here from Trinidad, we're with the Art Car Maven. We're between two beautifully bejeweled, not only just bejeweled, but these are the handiwork of a group of teenagers that are very close to your heart.
Very much so.
This is awesome. Thank you so much. And now we're going to talk to the guy who is behind it all, how in the world he came up with this idea, what he was thinking, right here in Trinidad, Roadtrip Television. Roadtrip Television has traveled to Trinidad, Colorado for the purpose of Artocade. What in the world is an Artocade? We've got the founder, the brains behind it, or is it the crazy behind it? It is Rodney Wood. Rodney, what possessed you?
Well, I've been to a couple of art car parades. I love them. The big inspiration was in 2010 when I went to the Houston Art Car Parade. It's giant, it's unbelievable, it's fun to watch. And I love that it's not about selling anything. It's about having fun, people expressing themselves, people who don't think of themselves as artists, group projects. So little did I know, 2 years later, the tourism board hired me to create a special event. I thought, no, arts and crafts festival, no, rodeo, no. Hey, let's have an art car festival. And then it was born.
And so here you are. You are an artist yourself. Your wife is an artist. You both have a studio here downtown Trinidad, Colorado. This is very unusual. It's been a big crowd. And how many entrants?
We had 54. We had a couple come in late and a couple that didn't make it because of car problems. So 54 is our official count of entries.
All right, which is your favorite? Can I ask? I know there's going to be an award tonight, but can you say?
Well, I don't give an award, and I'm biased because I love Earth, Wind, and Fire. It's great. There was a couple others that were, what was that one called? The one with the skull, the Volkswagen, that thing, he pulled that one out. Woman named Ariella, her Mosaic car, wow, it's just gorgeous. It'd be hard. I'm glad I don't have to give an award because they're all so cool in different ways.
Have you ever put a car in yourself?
No, my art car was this project. Next year, maybe. I ended up with 4 cars. This one, the painted one, rejuvenated that one and traded a painting for that one. So
And what are you going to do with these cars?
keep building on this art car parade. And every year, it'll get bigger and bigger. The funny thing now is you drive these around, then you drive around in your regular car. I'm so not popular. No one's even looking at me. I thought I was really cool, but now I'm just driving my van. No one cares. So it's fun to drive them. Some of them I'm going to take to schools. I'm going to take them to elementary, middle school, high school. That one we'll repaint. We'll let them draw on this one. I'm going to try and use it as a motivational tool to get them into the game. Probably even to college. And I've already heard from a couple of communities outside of here who want to have some of these make an appearance. So it's going to be this whole project is going to be an ambassador for Trinidad.
And it ends, the event ends with, not ends, but one of the things it has is a great big party. People dress up like their cars?
As a lot of the art car world, there are no rules. Costumes are optional. Vehicle-related costumes are highly encouraged. So, example, the belly dancers are very well known for their authentic costumes, but for our event, seat belts, hubcaps. So everybody's playing with it. And our party is more of a circus than a dance. I mean, we get belly dancers, world famous magicians. There's a fashion show, vehicle-related fashion show. We have other activities. Many of the cars have flames. So at night they're going to do a flaming, and fires are going to be shown. Some of the cars have lights. There's the firecracker hat dance guy. It's a complete lunacy, and that's what's so great about it. You get these guys from far away to come all the way from Houston to be part of our party, and part of the asylum is perfect.
How far is the person who's come the furthest, who's brought a car?
Paulette from Florida, and I don't know how many miles that is. Quite a few of them came from Houston, and that's 856 miles. Many of that's at less than 50 miles an hour, so that's devotion to get them to come here. It's cool. Another cool thing about this, we raise money to pay for their gas. So that they're coming up to be our entertainment, but they're not making money at this. They're just part of the party. And now that I've driven one of these things around, I'm looking for where's the party I get to go to. It's all part of the whole art car experience is the play. It's a playful.
So if you're looking for a fun thing to do, the Artocade, it's in Trinidad, Colorado, and this crazy guy right here, he's an artist, and now he wants to be a car artist. Hang with us. We're going to look at some of these cars right now. Road Trip Television. So one of my favorite cars is called the Brain. All right. How in the world did you come up with that title?
I use my brain every day creating one-of-a-kind artwork, so I thought, ooh, that would be a very nice theme for my car, to just kind of let my brain storm. So I went, okay, cool. So I had the idea of using foam to make the brain, and then I can stick all my random thoughts into the brain. Ooh. And so I just continued just having more fun than I could ever have.
So where are you from?
I'm actually born and raised in Whittier, California, and then I ricocheted into Las Vegas, New Mexico, and then I found a house here for $20,000 about 14 years ago when I moved into town.
So Trinidad has come up with this crazy idea of having car art, the Articade, and you joined right in.
To the max, because I'm a hardworking artist here in town, and my brain's always storming, so I just had to just be part of the show, and so it was very important.
So your day job is doing art?
All day long. Yeah. It's part of my just fun for life. Keep yourself in a fun way of life rather than, just I guess being a banker. I'm not. So that's why I'm always glad that there's bankers and psychoanalyst people or whatever else. But I'm this artist guy.
So tell me about the saw blades coming out of the hood of your car.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, the saw blades. I had a flash one day. Ooh, my art is so avant-garde and different. I'm on the cutting edge. Yeah, so I flashed, ooh, I can get band saws, and then I can put that around my painting rather than regular frames. I can do my style of framing. So I started using saw blades as a remedy for that. And I don't have to spend lots of money to buy a frame. I can make my own frames.
So do you plan to go to any more of these parades with the art cars?
Possibly. I'm not sure because this is the only car I have to ride, so it'd be hard to leave everything on this intact, so I'm like my artwork, it's spontaneous. And so when I choose to do this next year, when we have our annual 2, I'm going to go ahead and create another probably brainstorm number 2, and that's important.
And what is your name?
My name is John Raggio.
John Raggio, right here in Trinidad, Colorado. And if you feel like it, come here. September. It is a blast. And tell him Road Trip Television sent you. Hi, I'm Patty Sue Spires with Road Trip Television. I've traveled all over the state of Colorado showcasing events and destinations. Trinidad's Articade stands out as the funniest, silliest, nuttiest explosion of creative energy I've ever experienced. Make your plans now to go September 12th through 14th. The entire family will love the rolling car art. Plan now your weekend, September 12th through 14th. Go to historictrinidad.com. One of the stars of the show here is what I call Dragon Man. You have to tell me, where in the world did you come up with the idea and why?
Okay, long story. I have a new hip. Before I got the new hip, I didn't do a lot of walking. And we go to a festival every year out in the desert called Burning Man. And in order to get around, one of the loopholes in the system is if you have an art car, you can drive. So that kind of rolled into this. We actually built an iguana before this, a 40-foot long iguana.
This is our second art car.
Okay, so this is not your first rodeo, as they say.
Right, this is our second one. And the first one, we couldn't see very well because an iguana had big eyes on the windshield. So I asked him, the next one, can we drive like up high so we can see everything? And that's what we did.
What's underneath the Dragon?
This is a Nissan four-wheel drive pickup truck. So this is a four-wheel drive Dragon.
and it spits flames. It has CDs on it. I want to know, are the CDs Frank Sinatra or anybody?
Got them from the radio station, mostly. Or, AOL Online was still mailing those things out. Everything here is recycled. Everything that the Dragon is made from is recycled.
And where are you from?
Steamboat Springs, Colorado.
Okay, and is this your first art car show?
Aside from Burning Man, yes. Yes, we do the 4th of July parade in Steamboat, but this is the first time we've traveled to be in an art car festival.
Did you drive this from Steamboat?
No, we put it on a trailer. She has shorter wings, because she still has to look good on the highway, and we shorten the tail.
This is just flat fun. Do people think you're crazy?
They don't tell us that. They don't tell us that, but I think they might think we're a little out there. I don't know why.
Our kids think we're out there.
Okay, we think our kids are out there too. So, I think it's even. All right, the little round, what are those? The little round things.
That's my job. I do the texturing and the decorations. So that's children's swim noodles cut. I needed something very lightweight that wouldn't add to the, dragging this across country.
Right. And make it a dragon. Everything is about dragon. Okay, the fire. I mean, it spits fire out. This is what we did, right?
Yes, lots of flames. We have a big 100-pound propane tank in the back. And then up front, if we can pop the hood, this is called an accumulator tank. So the big tank in the back fills this tank slowly. And then when we pop the solenoid valve, this dumps through a 3/4-inch pipe, so we get that big whoosh.
What is your day job? Do you mind if I ask?
I'm a car mechanic. My wife says, be careful if you have a car mechanic and free time.
This is awesome. Thank you so much. One more question. How long did it take you to create the dragon?
4 months, full time, 3 years ago. And then each year we spend on and off a month fixing it up and, making small repairs and fresh paint, stuff like that.
Do you dare to say your name on television?
Sure, Charlie and Gail Holthausen.
Thank you so much.
Spell that one.
We don't. No. No one wants to spell it because God knows where they chase you down. This is Road Trip Television, and we are all about the car art right here in Trinidad. Stay with us. Trinidad, Colorado is full of great history. We're talking today with Los Animas former county commissioner Jim Vigil. Jim, you've lived here a lot of your life. You're from here, you were born here. There's some really cool history. Tell me what went on right here in this hotel behind us.
This is the Colombian Hotel that was from the 1800s, and some of the folks that have stayed here have been President Teddy Roosevelt came through on a train and he spent a night here. Also, Will Rogers stayed in this hotel prior to going to Alaska and being killed in a plane crash. Probably one of the more interesting ones was cowboy actor Tom Mix and his horse Tony. And actually, Tom Mix reserved a room for his horse, took him up the balcony, the stairs in the balcony, and the horse had a room up there.
A lot of these buildings are starting to become refurbished also. What is the history on that as far as what the town wants to do?
Well, we want to refurbish a lot more of them. Right on where we're standing now, there are 3 great buildings that have been refurbished. The Colombian Hotel is one. It's not completely refurbished, but the exterior has been done. On the other corner is an old office building that's been converted at least at the second level to living quarters. The bottom is retail, and on this corner is the First National Bank, which is really kept up very well, and they all go back to the 1800s.
So right here where Teddy Roosevelt was, Bat Masterson, and now a whole new history of art with cars. Stay with us. So you've got a car that spits flames out. Yes. Okay, does the law come after you with this?
Well, not too much, not really, no. I mean, we do this a lot. I'm from Houston, Texas, and art cars are a thing down there. We get a lot of cooperation from the authorities.
So what is?
I've had some troubles in areas where they just didn't quite understand, but never nothing serious.
But this is a very creative concept. Cars made from artists. There's a lot of Texans here. Tell me why.
Well, Houston, Texas is the art car capital of the world, and we have hundreds of art cars in Houston. And it's a real movement there. We have the oldest and biggest art car parade in the world there. It's just this year was its 27th year, and 300 cars this year, and maybe 300,000 spectators. It's a big event.
So now it has come to Trinidad, Colorado, right here in our own home state, and it's fun. It's just flat fun.
Well, this was a lot of fun, and I think that the organizers here did a really wonderful job, and they got a lot of good cars here. And I was just thinking about this a little earlier, that this is one of the biggest events in the country now, just in its first year, with 56 cars was the number I heard. So that's impressive.
So what is your next stop? You've been to Houston, a great big one. We're in Trinidad. What's your next stop?
Well, I'm heading back to Houston after this by way of Nebraska to visit some friends, but I live in Houston, so that's where I'm going.
So what's your day job?
I'm a web designer and photographer.
And we're just having a lot of fun. We're talking art, we're talking cars. They go together in Trinidad, they go together in Texas, they go together in Burning Man. We had no idea how big this is. Stay with us for our next stop. Heard of a roadster? Well, this is a roachster, I think.
Open top touring roach.
Okay, so here we are in Trinidad, Colorado. Where did you bring it from?
Houston, Texas. We towed it up here on a tow bar. We've got some great looks and a lot of traffic problems driving all the way from Texas to here.
That is awesome. Tell me how you made it.
Well, this car was actually a couple other art cars before this. It was a dragon and a boat. And then a couple of us got together and decided instead of watching TV, we'd build a roach. And there wasn't a lot of enthusiasm with the wives and all at first until they saw the shape of it, and then they thought it was great. So
where does a person work on something like this?
In my warehouse. I have a huge warehouse in downtown Houston that's also a metal shop with air conditioning, of course, there because it's so hot you can't do anything without AC.
So here we are, you're in Trinidad, Colorado. This is a big deal here, but in Houston, it's been going on for years.
Over 25 years. I've been in 23 of the 25 art car parades in Houston. And there's well over 300 cars in the parade every year. It's the largest art car event in the world.
And so what's behind it?
Just to show your creativity on the streets. It's your art, but you're taking it to the people. It's not in a museum. It's out where everybody can see it and appreciate it. And it just brings a lot of smiles to everybody's faces.
Isn't it the truth? It's just flat fun.
It's fun. It's all about the fun. I mean, you see all of our friends have built them just for that. I mean, how seriously can you take yourself when you're driving around a roach? Come on. I can drive into the worst neighborhoods in any city, and people are just dying, laughing, and have fun with it,
So at night it lights up?
Oh, yeah, it lights up, and the antennas burn fire. And when you're driving, the antenna of the fire comes past you. It looks like you're on fire, but due to the shape of the roach, it's just the fire blowing past you.
So all the fun is right here in Trinidad, Colorado. Who would have thought? People from all over the United States bringing their crazy car art. You don't want to miss it. And you heard it on Road Trip Television. Hi, I'm Patty Sue Spires with Road Trip Television. I've traveled all over the state of Colorado showcasing events and destinations. Trinidad's Artocade stands out as the funniest, silliest, nuttiest explosion of creative energy I've ever experienced. Make your plans now to go September 12th through 14th. The entire family will love the rolling car art. Plan now your weekend, September 12th through 14th. Go to historictrinidad.com. So here's the deal. Don't leave your butts behind. That's what Carolyn Stapleton says, and this is her car that is covered with cigarette butts. Okay, you have to tell us, how long did it take you to glue all these cigarette butts on here?
A really long year, a really long, disgusting year.
And so what did you use to glue them on?
Silicone caulk primarily. Caulking gun, yeah.
And do you do this as your part-time job, as your regular job? How did this work in the day of the life of Carolyn?
This really has nothing to do with making money at all. I'm a certified nutritionist and personal chef. This is my second art car. The first art car was the litter bug. And this is similar to the litter bug in that this is all about litter. It's not a stop smoking car. I think everyone should be left to their own decision on that. But it's really think about where you put your butt when you're done with it, because they don't dissolve, they don't go away. Most of these are on here since 1999, so they're holding up pretty well. And I lost my sign on the way up, so I had to write it on a piece of paper there, but it's don't leave your butt behind, and that's the motto behind the stink bug.
And where did you drive from?
Albuquerque this time, but yeah.
So Albuquerque, New Mexico, you drove this car the whole way. Do people stare at you? What do they say?
Well, actually, I tow it with the van. I didn't drive it 6 hours. As amazing and as comfortable as that sounds like it would be.
And what year is the bug?
It's a 71. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so how did you get involved in this wonderful car art show?
Well, the bug is a celebrity. It's a 3-time winner in Houston at the biggest art car parade in the world, and I was invited by Rodney Wood to come. And it's been a really fun event for our first year. They really did a lot of things right. It's been terrific. I've seen a lot of my art car family here. Paulette Perlman, Mermaids Don't Cook, Women That Rock, the Aero Car, the Rat. It's a great turnout. Really, really nice.
What is it about this show that is so much fun?
This show? What do you mean?
The parade and all that's involved here. Why are people so attracted to it?
Well, you'll have to ask other people. I can't answer that for them, but people like art cars.
It is so true, and that's where we are. We are at Trinidad, Colorado. We are with one of the favorites. Everyone was clapping. Everyone loves it. Don't leave your butt behind, because it could end up on a 1972 bug. The stink bug.
Like the song choir has.
All right, I've got firecrackers on my head. Only in Trinidad, Colorado. You don't want to miss it. It is in September, and it is the Roadtrip show. Okay, how do I look? You know, women in hats, right?
You look great.
This program is made possible by the generous support of our partners. City of Trinidad Tourism Board. Full speed ahead for the artist traffic jam in the West. Visit them at historictrinidad.com and on Facebook, Trinidad Loves Company, and Corazon de Trinidad Creative District. Trinidad, a little bit funky, a little bit weird, and a whole lot of heart, with a passion for art cars. Check them out on Facebook. And Create MSU Denver. Stop spinning your wheels. Drive your business forward with customized advising for artists. Check them out at createmsudenver.com. And La Quinta Inn and Suites Wellness Hotel of Trinidad, Colorado. Make your reservations at laquintatrinidad.com.